Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to apply your press-on nails. So here I'm quickly just showing you what will be coming in your press-on kit. So you will get a cuticle pusher, some glue, a nail file, a mini buffer, 2 alcohol prep pads, and some sticky nail tabs. And also for your first purchase, you will always get this cute mini cuticle oil bottle filled with some cuticle oil that smells so good. So if you're interested in some press-ons, go ahead and check out the link down below. But getting into applying them, you want to take the cuticle pusher and just gently push back your cuticles. This is just going to help move the cuticles kind of like out of the way to apply your press-on, so you're not applying them on top of them. Not only that, it'll just make it look a bit cleaner once they're completely applied. Another tip I do want to mention when applying your press-on nails is always start off by applying them on your dominant hand. So don't apply your press-on nails on your left hand yet. You want to apply it on your right hand if you are right-handed, just so that way it makes it a bit easier to apply the nails on the other hand, if that makes any sense at all. Once you're done pushing back your cuticles, you want to take your mini buffer and start buffing off the shine from your natural nails. This is going to help provide a nice surface for the nails to adhere to. If you leave them shiny, like don't buff them at all, the nails can start lifting very quickly just because there's nothing really to adhere to. Like there's nothing for the nail glue to adhere to. So you want to make sure you are using the mini buffer, or if you want to, you can also use the mini nail file as well. So again, just take the mini buffer and buff off the shine, making sure to get into all the crevices around the cuticle area as well. And also kind of gently remove the dead skin off of the nail plate, which is the white parts that you see around the cuticle area. And then finally, if you have any type of like growth on your nails like this and you don't want to cut it down but you just want to file it, you can absolutely use your hand file to do this. Or if you do want to use some nail clippers that you have at home, you can clip down your nails. But I just wanted to kind of just gently remove them with a hand file. I don't want to clip them down completely, so that is what I am doing here. So before actually applying on the press-on nails, what I like to do is go in and just make sure everything fits nicely. Just because we have the polish and everything on the press-on tips, you want to make sure none of them shrink or anything like that, because if so, you will have to contact me to let me know that some are not fitting because of them shrinking. But like I said, like I've mentioned in some of my videos where I do make press-ons, I've never had any issues with anyone complaining that they have shrunken. So that's just a little tip there. If some of them do shrink, just let me know, but I like to make sure that everything fits nicely before applying them. And then like you saw here, what I did is I am trying to shape the cuticle area of the actual press-on to match the cuticles on my actual nails, so that way it looks more seamless rather than like over my cuticle area, if that makes sense. So to kind of describe it is, if you have more of a squared cuticle area, you want to make sure to file the cuticle area of the press-on nail tip to make it more square to match the shape of your actual nail. Or if it is more rounded on your cuticles, on your actual hand, and the nail tips are more squared, you want to kind of round out the cuticle area to kind of help it fit better. Now another tip that I like to mention when doing the nail glue, like when opening it, use the pointy side of your cuticle pusher to poke a hole in the glue bottle, so that way the glue does not explode everywhere. And then here I'm just starting to prep everything. So once my natural nails are fully prepped, I am just taking the alcohol prep pad and wiping off the surface of my natural nails. This is going to help dehydrate them, along with getting all that excess dust off of the nails. So I'm going to be showing one way you can apply the nail tips in today's video, just because my nails are, like my natural nails are more on the flat side and the nail tips are more like not fully structured, but not as flat as my actual nails. So to help that, what I like to do and what I like to recommend is take the sticky glue tabs that I provide in your application kit and apply that onto your natural nail here. So that is what I'm doing here. You want to make sure that the sticky tab does not go over the skin, if that makes sense. You want to make sure it fits perfectly on your natural nail area. So like I said, I will be doing that to all the nails, and then we will talk about how to apply the next few steps to get your press-ons on your nails and looking nice. So what I like to do is provide something for me to put my nails on to have a nice steady surface, if that makes sense. So I'm just using this little lint-free nail wipe container. And here I'm just taking the plastic backing off of the sticky nail tab, applying a very tiny amount of nail glue inside of the actual press-on tip itself. I don't want to apply it onto my actual nail because I feel like it just overflows and makes a mess. So I only apply it into the inside of the nail tip, apply pressure on top of that sticky tab, and then after that I like to hold the nails together for about another 10 to 15 seconds just to make sure the adhesion is working, and then after that I will start working on the next nail. So again, to explain the step, you want to take the plastic backing off of the sticky nail tab like I am doing here, just kind of discard it. Take your nail glue and apply it a little bit inside of the actual press-on nail tip itself. Don't apply too much because it will overflow, and you don't want any of that nail glue to get everywhere because it will just make things really sticky. And then after that, you want to start by applying the press-on nail tip at the cuticle and then pressing it down, so that way it kind of creates that nice adhesion. And again, hold it for a good 10 to 15 seconds before picking your nails up like this, and then holding it again for another 10 to 15 seconds. So about 20 to 30 seconds total you want to hold the nail, so that way the adhesion starts working perfectly. So another little tip I do want to mention is if you do have any nail glue that kind of spills out around the cuticle area or anywhere on the nail, take your alcohol wipe and just gently dab it into it so that way it kind of absorbs it. Do not wipe it because then it will leave like a white cast everywhere and you absolutely don't want that. So just kind of dab it here or just gently wipe it away, like away from the nail, not on top of the nail, just so that way that nail glue does not get on top of the actual nail itself and dry up. So now that that hand is fully complete and all the press-ons are applied onto the nails, I'm going to be doing the same exact thing over here on my other hand, and then I will kind of get towards like the end of the video mentioning the rest of everything I need to mention. While the rest of the application plays out on this hand, I did want to mention that if you follow the steps I did in today's video, your nails will last you a good 2+ weeks. Like I said, you want to make sure you're prepping everything properly, and you want to make sure you're not being too rough on your nails either. These are not tools. You want to make sure that you don't treat them as such, otherwise it will damage the press-ons and it could potentially damage your natural nail as well. And again, with the little sticky tabs on the nails, you don't absolutely have to do that. Like I mentioned, my nails are just more on the flat side, so I felt like adding the sticky tabs will help provide more, like it will fill in the space that I have between the flatness of my nail bed and like the slight curve of the press-on tip. So if you notice that your nails are kind of lifting faster or falling off faster, go ahead and try to apply the sticky tab on your nails and then apply the nail glue on top like I did in today's video, and that should help you out a lot, along with, like I said, not using these as tools. And also another thing I want to note is when you do apply the press-ons on your nails, you want to make sure to avoid any type of water for at least an hour or two if you can. So far, it's been a week exactly since I've applied these press-ons, and they're sticking on perfectly. None are lifting at all, none are wanting to fall off. And I've done everything from doing dishes. I do dishes multiple times a day, from showering, from bathing my kids, everything like that, and the nails are still lasting pretty good. So you want to just make sure to avoid the water within like the first 2 hours of applying the press-on nails, so that way the nail glue is just having its time to adhere properly rather than being interfered with the water. So now that all the nails are fully applied, I am just going to be taking my own cuticle oil that I have in my bigger bottle. But like I said, your application kit will come with a tinier one. And you want to apply just a tiny amount, but keep it away from the cuticle area. Don't apply it right on the cuticle area. Just because if there is any slight lifting on the press-on nails and it gets underneath the nails, it will absolutely just fall off probably within the same day. So you want to make sure to apply a very tiny amount and then just kind of rub it away from the cuticle area, but also making sure that it looks nice, if that makes sense. Like if you're wanting to take nail pictures right away, just make sure you're not applying it on top of the cuticle area itself. Now that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope this little tutorial helped anyone out who is struggling to apply press-on nails. If you are interested in any of the press-on nails that I make customly, or if you have any type of design that you want me to make for some press-on nails, I do take orders. I will have the link down below in the description box, and I will be posting some little shorts on how to order on my website if anyone is struggling with that. But that is it for now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!